Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a good day. If you have been paying attention to the crypto market, you might have noticed something interesting. First of all, let's talk about the video which I posted yesterday. I mentioned that Dogecoin is showing signs of weakening, not just Dogecoin but entire crypto market, and that video exploded. The amount of comments that I was reading is absurd. A lot of people were trying to question the fact, why am I saying that the next support or the critical support is sitting at 17.5 where there is clearly a support at 19 cents. Well, let me show you something interesting. If you just put the Dogecoin chart into a one-day chart, you'll realize that yes, 19 cents can act as a support which has been tested a few times previously, but it's not a critical support. This can be broken quite easily, especially if you just look at the Bitcoin market. Well, Bitcoin definitely does not have any support where it is currently sitting. The next critical support actually sits close to 107 to 108,000, and that's why there is a very high chance that if there is a little bit more panic selling, the Bitcoin market can fall all the way down to 107,000. Around that time, what will happen to Dogecoin? There is going to be a little bit of a downfall, and downfall will push the market all the way down to about 17 cents or 17.5, because you can see on the daily chart that even in April, this was the critical demand area that was able to hold up the price, ensuring that it does not fall down all the way to 15. On the other end, yesterday Bitcoin ETF saw the highest single day withdrawal since February with over 800 million net outflow, so money was definitely being pulled out. On the other end, 107,000 continues to emerge as a crucial support level for Bitcoin, while Dogecoin price faces a key support amid the market uncertainty as weekly decline outpaces Cardano, and Dogecoin confirms the death cross formation on the 3-hour chart, and that clearly suggests that bigger things are about to happen, and let's say August and September could be tough months. Now, before we get into the full details, if you guys are here for the first time, you want to stay up to date with everything to do with the crypto market, scroll down, tap the red subscribe button, and especially turn on your notifications so you can stay up to date with the latest and the greatest news first. And right there, drop a like on it. We've been smashing every single like goal for this one. Let's go for a like goal of 42, and I know we're gonna do it because you guys are all legends. Now let's talk about the price action. You guys can see that today on the 4-hour chart, it's very clear that Dogecoin is slowly starting to show a little bit of recovery, but only way Dogecoin will be able to change the super trend into an uptrend is it requires Bitcoin to show some strength as well. And considering the fact that Bitcoin is pretty much free falling at this point, there's a very less chance that before 111,000 Bitcoin will be able to show any sort of resilience to be able to make a recovery. Overall, the market is in a little bit of panic, I would say, because if you just look over here, you'll realize that the fear to the grid index is slowly starting to go into the fear area. Just not long ago, we were sitting at about, you can say, 72, and currently we are sitting at 48, and now slowly starting to tilt towards the fear index. And the altcoin season, well, let's just say the altcoin season has come down quite a drastic amount, and it's definitely starting to favor Bitcoin a little bit more, and it's very clear why. The only way the altcoin market can actually keep climbing is Bitcoin cannot just sit still, which it is currently doing at about 112, and before that 117 to 118. Even though there were so many new genius acts, so many acts were coming out, there was no favoring of Bitcoin actually going explosive. Rather, it was staying consolidating, therefore forming a little bit of a panic situation. Talking about the Bitcoin open interest is down another 2%, now sitting close to 38. And while the market is consolidating, the long to the short ratio is still in favor of long traders to 66%. Now for Dogecoin, let's just say it's still holding on to 1.5, and the open interest is in favor of long traders, quite a drastic amount, close to 80%. Now, Binance founder CZ, we are going to see a race towards countries adopting Bitcoin. The future of crypto adoption is just heating up. There is a lot more to be covered around the world. While Bitcoin and the crypto market are in red today, here is why. And the crypto market continued crashing, with the market cap falling to 3.3 trillion. This crash happened after the weak non-farm payrolls report on Friday, and forced liquidations have jumped to over 1.5 billion in just the last 2 days, giving you an idea that the Fed interest rate cuts were not in favor of crypto, and then the non-farmer payroll report was also against crypto as it came out a little bit more weak than expected. And those two things were pretty much those tipping point that was required. Keep in mind, as Bitcoin was consolidating at 118,000 and no signs of actually going up, I always mention that area, like, you know, when the market stays flattened, any sort of news actually has much greater impact, because there's a lot of people which are ready to panic sell as they're expecting the market to pretty much, you know, start taking a little bit of profit. And Dogecoin Cardano hit a major hit as crypto sale deepens. I mean, if you just look at, you know, Dogecoin, it's still able to hold the 9th spot. I mean, Tron did get above, but Cardano is also tipping down way quickly. Now, if you talk about the last 7 days, you can see out of the top 10, Dogecoin has seen the greatest amount of downfall, and this is a little bit expected due to the fact that when we were climbing up, Dogecoin was actually printing numbers much greater than majority of the other ones. And JD Vance, the vice president, Bitcoin and crypto are part of the mainstream economy and are here to stay. Is this a way to say that maybe the government is being a little bit too ambitious relating to crypto? Because when there's too much news coming out, it clearly gives you a favor that, you know, over time the entire crypto market is going to be facing a little bit of a downfall, because the news like this is going to impact it hard. And President Trump says the US will boom in 5 or 6 months from now. So he's pretty much saying 2026 is going to be US's year. I do see where he's coming from, because obviously the tariffs are going to be very beneficial and the country is going to do extremely well. And Elon asked Grok, can quantum computers break or crack Bitcoin? And the answer is near 0% in the next 5 years, with 10%, under 10% by 2035. Clearly showing that Bitcoin is going to be safe for at least the next 5 years. And miners have offloaded over 3,000 Bitcoin just in the past 2 weeks, clearly suggesting that miners is the reason why the market is holding off. I'm not saying that's the only sole purpose, but this is one of the great purposes. And Dogecoin Shiba Inu Pepe record outflow as Memecoin shred weekly momentum. Now, I want to show you something. So it's not just Dogecoin that's actually shown great amount of pullback, but you can see that Shiba, Pepe, and even Penguin are all down quite a large chunk of money, and that's why the whole meme coin market has experienced a really strong pullback, with the UK may lift the retail ban on Bitcoin ETNs in October as crypto regulation advances. Now, if UK starts favoring it, that would be very beneficial. And China's crypto liquidation plan reveal its grand strategy. So let's just say China plans to liquidate crypto through Hong Kong exchanges isn't simple policy. It's to control global digital asset market, the US, or outpace the US to say the least. So overall, there is a lot of countries in the world with a lot of influence that are trying to get involved with crypto. You just need to be a little patient as we ride this wave. I hope you guys had a good day, and I hope you have a good day. Anything I said today is no financial advice, just my personal opinion, and enjoy. I'll see you guys soon.